This is the funniest thing ever. Hassan Piker subreddit says, "What's that shirt that Hassan is wearing? Where can I buy one? They want to be just like Hassan." Which, you know, that's funny. But here's the really funny part. So, Mr. Champagne Socialist over here, you know, this is only a $1,500 shirt. That's all. Hey, I like that shirt. Where can I get one? Yeah, $1,500 for Mr. What is it? What is the song you like? Communist with a Gucci bag or whatever.
Name is Hasanabi. I've got my Gucci. Yeah.
We've talked a lot about these hypocritical streamers lately, and that's going to be a recurring theme for this video too, if you couldn't tell. So Valkyrae and a bunch of other millionaire influencers put on this party called Sisathon. Like, what the frick? Sorry, that name is just so, like, lame. I can't stop laughing at that. I think it's like the second one they held too. It's like the second Sisathon or something. But anyways, Vanillamace is someone who's also getting criticized now for her hypocrisy as well. And it involves that party because a week ago or so, she was virtue signaling about how bad Cutie Cinderella is. If you recall that clip, I covered this in I think 2 videos. And Vanilla was all mad at Cutie because Cutie said that she would try to talk to someone about them being racist. In other words, she would like try to talk them out of being racist instead of just instantly disowning them, which greatly offended Vanillamace, who couldn't process the concept of adults having discourse on matters that they disagree on. She was also mad at Cutie for associating with some FaZe Clan members or something that Vanillamace seems to view as transphobic. But then, when this Sisathon party is going on, Vanillamace shows up, partying with the same group of people that she was virtue signaling about a week ago. So one week, she'll act all high and mighty as if she's so much better than these people that are so problematic. And then the next week, oh, they're having a fancy party though? Oh, let me show up, gotta make an appearance. Important reminder, by the way, too, for anyone who may have forgot, but Vanillamace was also in the news a lot a few weeks ago because she was defending Hassan. Defending him from people who were calling out his animal abuse, and she was insulting the people who were against the animal abuse. So that's the sort of person that we're talking about. That takes us over to Vanillamace arrives at Sisathon party after weeks ago saying that she wasn't going to associate herself with several people at that party. We're not going to watch the whole clip though. I mean, it's only 15 seconds long, but that's enough because I gotta save some brain cells for you for what's coming next. But yeah, I guess Vanillamace shows up in that pink wig and stuff, and we get a top comment that says, "Every one of these people is so incredibly and dangerously fake. Remember when streaming was a geeks thing? Now it's being treated like Instagram Live." Response reading, "It's the new reality TV." Which takes us to the Sisathon 2 official trailer, where these people are so desperately, and by people I mean these millionaire influencers, this LA streamer clique, they're so desperate to be Hollywood celebrities. And I don't get it at all because I don't understand who would want to be an egotistical, virtue signaling weirdo like them. But apparently that's what they want to be like. This whole trailer is 2.5 minutes long, and it's, as I just explained, it's these millionaire streamers desperately trying to act like Hollywood celebrities. It is a painful 2.5 minutes that will feel more like 2.5 hours. So I'm just going to play like 20 seconds of Cinna's part and then like 20 seconds of Valkyrae's part, and then we'll move on.
Rosie, I'm sorry. It's a 15-year contract. There's nothing else I can do. Look, I gotta go. Bye.
If you need a moment, it's totally okay.
No, seriously, that is not an important phone call. We're good. All right, I'm ready.
So she does this whole question bit, and then eventually that wraps up, and she calls Valkyrae, who is standing outside here, and let me just play this for a second. Standing outside here, as I was saying, and you gotta love how they really want you to see that Porsche right there. Gotta show that off.
Hello?
Ray.
Oh, now you want to call me. I've been texting you for 3 weeks and you don't respond.
Ray, look, you know how I am, okay? It's not important. Look, I'm at a shoot, and people have been asking something.
What?
Apparently, people want to know if there's going to be a Sisathon 2.
Okay, let me go live and ask my chat.
I'll skip the next 30 seconds, which is Valkyrae trying to be all quirky and Cinna just being like, "Don't do it, don't tell your chat."
November?
Okay, I'll tell my chat.
Wait, Ray, don't.
Oh, I can't wait to leak this one.
Oh, wait, shit, she's live.
So yeah, that's that. But yeah, it's especially weird for me to see this because I grew up in the business. It wasn't my choice. I was literally like age 1.5 when my mom got me a job in Hollywood, and I worked in that business for around a decade. I got out around like age 11 or 12. But up until that point, I was doing acting and modeling, and then around, like I said, age 11 or 12, I stood up for myself, and I was old enough to do that, and she listened. I told her, like, I don't want anything to do with this anymore. I don't want to audition anymore. I don't want to work on this stuff anymore. I'm done with it. It's just filled with some of the most insufferable fake people you could imagine, and this is not what I want to do in life, you know? But then now I see these streamers who are like well into their adulthood, right? These are like 30-year-old plus streamers, and they just want to be just like those celebrities and just like those Hollywood types. And I'm like, what the frick is going on here? Now, as a final caveat, I will say, to be fair, I did meet a few cool people when I was in the business, but they were extremely few and far between. Like, I could probably count them on one hand. You know, that's the sort of few and far between we're talking about. And that takes us to the final clip of the video. That being, Valkyrae talks about how she had to donate her closet full of Balenciaga after their PR disaster. For those that don't know, and I really don't feel comfortable explaining this is actually the second time I recorded this explanation, because the first time I was like trying not to crash out because of how disturbing this is, but Balenciaga ran an ad that was like overt chomo stuff. They were essentially having like literal children looking like 4 to 5 years old holding teddy bears in bondage gear. And then there's something else even worse. I mean, that's already, you know, like extremely terrible chomo stuff right there. But making it even worse is there was also apparently some like court records in the background about a case that involved, you know, I'll just say you can look it up if you want, because I'm not going to speak on this anymore. It's just absolutely disgusting and also very upsetting.
Did Balenciaga save themselves? Like, are they PR friendly now? What
No,
happened?
I don't really know. I just got it because I didn't really know jack shit. And then people told me, but Cinna, they had some weirdos. And I said, I'm not going to lie, guys. This hoodie was $1,500. Okay, so I said, at least let me get like 1 or 2 wears and then I'm packing it. That's not
Like
Dude, my whole closet was Balenciaga, and then that shit happened, and I was like, damn. Donated all of it.
I mean,
Really?
I donate close to Philippines all the time.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, to family and just things that I don't wear anymore, things that don't fit anymore. Hey!
Valkyrae saying, are they PR friendly now is crazy. Dude, they're like a chomo company. There's no ever becoming PR friendly again after that. It's done. It's dead. Like, what are you even saying? And I don't know so much about Cinna, but Valkyrae has been on record a whole heck of a lot recently, like we've been covering, where she's like making all of these virtue signals. For example, oh, how do you guys care about the animal abuse? That you should have all that anger directed towards the genocide going on. But then when the topic is a brand that she probably spent tens of thousands of dollars on, or more even if she had a whole closet full of Balenciaga, let's say at minimum tens of thousands of dollars. So she was heavily supporting this corporation. And then she hears that it's not good for PR, so she gets rid of it. But she doesn't seem to care about like what actually happened, just that it's bad for PR. How about if you're going to act like a good person, you got rid of it because you don't want to be repping and supporting a chomo corporation? You know, that should be the take. Oh, yeah, I heard about this horrific thing they did. I got rid of all my clothes instantly. I want nothing to do with these people. Absolutely not. I regret ever supporting them. You know, she could have said something like that. But instead, oh, no, I just heard it's bad for PR, so I gave it to my family. Like, what? Oh, my gosh, dude. Typical virtue signaling, privileged activist, you know, that's really all there is to see here, I suppose. And don't get me wrong, I think it's good that she got rid of the Balenciaga. It would be worse if she would have kept it. But her reasoning for getting rid of it is just quite absurd. Like, oh, she only cares about PR. She doesn't care about the child exploitation part. So yeah, in summary, somehow the LA streamer clique got even worse when they were already looking terrible. So yeah, it's that. Thank you all for tuning in, though. I do appreciate you, and I hope you guys have been having a great weekend. Continue having a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.